Okay, today's feature is this Chemacereus that I bought. Now I have it in as much sunlight as I can, which is right up here, facing south, so I can't get any more than that. But it does have a shade cloth here to stop it scorching. But this one has a lovely yellow flower. This will be the first time it's flowered, and I got these cuttings about a couple of years ago, but they were tiny little things. They're like little beads. So what does it enjoy? Definitely water and a lot of sun. And right next to it, I actually sit down here. We just brought them up to this level so we can see them. This one has got a lot of branches coming out now. It's a white flowering Chemacereus. So the most common one is the orange, and then the white here. The white is just as prolific with its growth. Unfortunately, this purple one here has been a bit of trouble, especially with flowering. I have quite a few of them growing now, but no flowers yet. But while I'm out here, I'm going to give them a bit of water because they are drying out. These flowers are pretty nice, right? I'm looking forward to the time when I have a decent pot full of them, maybe about that size. Other things they need is fertilizer, which they have. I think I'm pretty sure I fertilized them. So there they are. Alright, here are these Echinopsis in the morning. I'm still giving off some fragrance. To go down here. Oh! You know what those are? Those are those little vine tree hoppers. Oh well, they will be, some of them will be eaten. Selaginella, huh? Right in there. Germinated. There's a little beetle there. Trying to get inside the flower to get some pollen. These nectaries will be really down deep in there. It'll be the work of a moth to be able to get right down inside, but the pollen is good food for beetles. How many buds coming up on these cacti here? Echinopsis. And this is looking really nice too. These Chamaecyris. I've just been watering them a little bit every evening. And this is the one that has the bright purple flowers. Starting to look better now. These are from the yellow hybrid I have, and this one has really started to take off. And that. See the new green tissue? They're starting to sprout roots and grow in there. This was done in the very, very early spring. Down here, more of these flowers are opening. So I still have to remember the name of these, but what's unusual is can't really see any stamens in the receptacle with the stigma, style and stigma. I can't see either. So I'm going to have to look online to find a diagram of this flower. But I really like them. You see they crawl out on the between the stones here. There's a Houtainia in flower, and its receptacle covered with all the anthers is really prominent, and in amongst these there must be stamens in amongst these pistils. It's monoecious or unisexual, pretty sure. It's a nice plant, as long as you don't let it take over the whole garden. You gotta prune it back a little bit. And catnip's looking really great. Look, all these flowers coming up on it. Succulents, Sedivarius. Buds are looking great on the Echinoceros Pentadophilus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buds. This one really doesn't mind. Plenty of water during the hot growing season. Remember, it's going to get up to about 30 degrees again today, but we're going to go into a dip. It's going to get really cool by Saturday, 13 degrees Celsius. So yeah, these buds are slowly starting to get fatter. I think they just take time. But this is a native of Mexico, and it's mainly a cliff-dwelling semi-lithophytic. And it's covered in those predatory mites. Can you see them running around? So that's really great to see, because they'll eat this. They'll eat the scale insects' eggs and everything. They keep it clean. They're your plant's friends. buds on the Puntio humifusa. It's got one bud here, and these are new pads coming up. The bamboo's looking great. This native variegated bamboo, dwarf. There's a wolf spider right there. We've got an interesting water plant that comes up every year in there, and it even will grow in the pots when it's moist enough. Right here. Then the Sempervivum is getting offsets off here. Looking really great. Bonsais are nice and moist. Here's my rather large Vanda. Papilionenda. It's going to enjoy that rain that's coming up tomorrow. It's going to be a whole day of rain, so that'll love it. Nitrogen burst. Then here we have a little friend, little beetle friend that just took off when it saw me. This is a Japanese native, what do you call them again? Not carnation. I've got carnation in my head now. It's got a pretty distinct leaf, and you can prune them a lot during the beginning of the season. There's some vine tree hoppers in there. Yeah. We're going to give it another prune. Probably back to here. More Hutonias in flower. Yeah. And it's almost like a flower that's andromylus and androdomylus or something. Gotta look it up. Special flower morphology. Chrysanthemum, is that it? Yeah, chrysanthemums. These mosquitoes coming around me. So these can be pruned down even during this time of the year. And making sure that you stop pruning by August, I guess about August. Make sure you don't prune then. It makes them branch out a lot here, so they have more flowers, and they typically flower in September, October, really late summer. And we got those vine tree hoppers there, which are a pest, and they have that live fluffy woolly body that camouflages them from pests. Predators. Some kind of beetle here. But they will be eaten up. There's got plenty of mantises coming out now. Mosquitoes getting a little nasty now. Alright, nice buds on Chamaesyris here. And this one I've been watering quite often too. Likes a lot of water during the growing season. This thing is... I got a nice jumping spider, look. Crawling on the hose. gonna meet her. Look at that, it just ignores the pill bug. The mosquitoes are out. I got one that wants to land on my knuckles. Got it. Look at that nice peanut cactus growing in the pot there. This succulent's looking nice. I just snapped all the best parts of this cacti. I just broke them off with a little stem and put them back into some fresh mix. Same with this, where you can let it grow a long stem and cascade over either way. These are about the only two succulents that I can manage because they can put up with the humidity in the summer and the dry, cold winters. They don't mind it one bit. This is a Graptopetalum superbum, I'm pretty sure. Graptosedum. It's a multi-hybrid. This one is a Graptosedum. It's got the sedum in the lineage, which makes it hardy to the cold. Yeah. Some more flowers opening up on this Chamaecereus here. Orange. With some buds coming up on this Echinopsis cereusii. And still a lovely big display of white flowers on the Rhodoxus. The Serpentia humifusa has 2 buds, 28 new pads, and the garden growing Gymnocalycium saglionis has a lot of buds on it. This is the one that when I bought it I tried to revive the roots. Didn't have much of a root system, and then I gave up because it just wouldn't grow roots at all, no matter what I did, and I left it lying on the bare soil all through the winter. It got snowed on with no roots whatsoever. It was just the body only, and I noticed it wouldn't rot away or anything. It kind of just held itself together. It shrunk a little bit, and I left it like that for a year, and then I thought, geez, this thing won't deteriorate, so I can get rid of it. So I put it into this pot, and then one day I come over and I was touching it and I noticed it had rooted. So I have no idea why I did that, but I do have one theory, and that's the soil is this pot has been in the garden for quite a few years, and I'm pretty sure that the microbes and the beneficial fungi in the pot actually helped it to grow a new root system, because the sterile mix which you use for potting up did not stimulate it to grow roots. Now it's a good healthy plant. Very nice. The mosquitoes are starting to drive me nuts. And under here, all of these little guys are native begonias, which are deciduous. They die down to a rhizome, but what's really neat about them is that when they get very, very tall, and their leaves can get big, they can get about this size. And they flower, and then when they start to die down in the autumn, and you don't need to worry about fungicides or anything like that, it's all part of the natural course of the plant. It'll be covered in blight and all sorts of things like that, but all along the stems, between the internodes, which are like right in there where the sepals are, will be little bulbils, and they all drop off, and you don't bury them, you just leave them on the top of the soil. They stay there all winter. They must have a really tough shell, and inside the bulbul must be a lot of nutrition, right? And they sprout away in the warm spring weather. Pretty amazing. You see here this Queen Anne's lace is coming to seed. Yeah. I noticed one thing about keeping seeds is that you have two choices. You can put them in paper bags with silicone, and you can store them, or just sprinkle them around in the garden, which is easier. A lot of life in the garden. All these little beetles coming in. We have a jumping spider. You can just see it right there on the stem. Let's zoom in a bit. It's out hunting. Right there. Lots of life. Perfect. It's exactly what I want. Just wondering if this euphorbia will open its seeds, and plants that split and expel their seeds or catapult them, and I forgot the name of it. Dehiscent. That's right, dehiscent. Dehiss, and I'll spell it on the screen, is there's another word, schizopodic seeds that have divisions in them. So this typical euphorbia seed pod would have 2 divisions, and along the join is where it's dehiscent. It'll actually explode and let the seeds out. And this would be another one, schizopodic, because it has joins joining all the seeds together. And I'm not sure if this catapults them. It's really bristly seed pods. Really neat. I love that. Protecting your babies from caterpillars eating them. You can imagine if caterpillars are crawling on this and they try to eat the seed pods, they can't, because they can't get past this barricade. It's like a picket fence sticking in the caterpillar's face, and it's not able to get between them to eat it. So that's a great adaptation for survival. But yeah, mosquitoes want a piece of me. They are buzzing around.